welcome back to this week's #Finance Friday. This month has been all about marketing, and I'm so pleased to be having some of our new content developers that have recently joined the team just to chat to us a little bit about their experience and how they actually arrived in marketing. So our first guest is Nicole, and Nicole, just go ahead, introduce yourself the way that you like to be introduced.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Nicole. I am a content developer here at UPvisor, and man, people are at the heart of what I do. I think that's the best way to describe it. I love not only making things about people and helping them, but I also have such a heart for the local economy. And I think that was one of the things that I absolutely adored about UPvisor is making South Africa the best it can be, not just jumping in with a company who works with nice overseas companies with the dollar pay that convert nicely with our rands, but rather building in where it counts and building into the beauty and the wonder that is this country and giving it the chance that it really deserves. And honestly, my heart is just someday someone's going to go onto South African Instagram and they're going to be scrolling their feed and you're not going to be able to tell the difference between South Africa and Europe. I want them to be synonymous. Like that is what I love. I love making things beautiful. I think that's the best way I can put it, doing things well and doing them beautifully.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. That's such a good explanation of what marketing really should be about, right? So, yeah. I mean, maybe you started touching on that already, but what would you say is your inspiration when it comes to marketing, and what drew you into this field?
Oh, this is going to sound so cheesy, but Instagram, I love Instagram. As a 13-year-old on Instagram was the best time of my life. I would watch these influencers grow and I would see what they were doing. And I worked up myself, developed a very small following, but it was so much fun. And when I finished school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I took a few years. And during that time, I really focused down on learning more about social media manager. And at that point, social media management and content creation was becoming a field. And I ran a small blog. It never really went anywhere, but it was great for me. And through that, I realized this is actually something I would love to do. And I started off in another field. I started off as a web designer and I hated every second of it. I would phone my mom during my lunch breaks and I want to quit. I hate being an adult. This is not cool. I don't like this. And with the place I was working, they allowed you to learn a job while you did a job. So I worked a bit with the graphic designer, worked with the social media manager there. And I love beautiful things. I said it in my introduction. So the idea of making social media beautiful always appealed to me. And the fact that I could help someone grow their following, grow their business. And I didn't really realize this was a thing. And then I got a job at another company as a web designer. Ironically, their social media manager left. And I just went straight to the boss and I was like, look, I want his job. I'm a junior web designer, but here's the experience. I've been working hard. I've done all the courses in my free time. I want the job. And they took a chance on me. They let me step into it. And I've kind of only grown from there. My love for beautiful things has made content creation really easy to step into. And the way my brain works just works fantastically for content creation. I am a never-ending bubble of ideas. So I tend to just brain vomit ideas everywhere. And then I clean it up and I pick the good ones. And I'll build something off of that. So I think, that answered the question. How I got into it, not on purpose, but so happy. I still sometimes wake up and can't believe I get to do social media as a full-time job. It blows me away. It's the best thing in the world.
That's so awesome that you feel so passionately about that, because I feel very passionately exactly about the opposite side of the thing. I despise social media. And that's why we've got people like you that love it. And that's why I also tell my fellow entrepreneurs, try and find people that would complement your skills, that you can, delegate things to, that love what they do so you can focus on what you love to do.
And I think such a perfect picture of that is my boss once gave me a really just above basic Excel sheet. And I actually had to go to the bathroom and cry because I didn't understand it. totally freaked me out. And I learned how to deal with it because when you're working, you have to. But coming back from that was such a learning curve for me. I was like, you know what? It's okay. You can learn how to do things, but you don't have to be the best at everything. You just need to understand it. You can stay in your lane. And I think that stay in your lane thing, a lot of people use it as a more offensive, like, oh, just stay in your lane statement. But actually, girl, stay in your lane. It's the best feeling ever.
Yeah, if you're hooked in with the things that you're passionate about and that you can really have a vision for, I mean, I think that's where we perform the best and we've got the best quality of service.
And you'll never fully learn your way out of your niche. There's too much. There's always so much to learn.
Yeah, that is very true. Now, Nicole, I mean, you're new to our team, right? And we've decided, as we sort of growing the team, we want to make sure that we are being relatively efficient in our marketing strategy. So in doing this, we implemented this new ticketing system to help make the marketing and content distribution concept easier in UPvisor. And what the system allows us to do is for you guys as content developers to choose the tasks that you want to do based on your strength, your capacity, and what you feel inspired about. So tell us a little bit about your experience with the ticketing system. Has it been positive, negative, overwhelming? Like, how are you feeling about it?
It would have to be very positive. I've loved it. I love that. So Sanele, the lady we get to split things in the ticketing system. It's been great for the two of us actually to chat. We've discovered what each other's strengths are, and we really switch between those when we're choosing things. And it's great knowing that she can do my job if she needs to, and I can do her job. So we can do the same things. We have the same position, but she really likes copywriting and I really like design. We're both good at both things, but we have a preference. And it's been fantastic to be able to say like, hey, I'm going to take all of these ones. And then she's like, cool, I'm going to take all of these ones. And then we're able to switch between, and it gives a lot of, I don't know, I've loved it. I love the fact that we're able to, let's say I have a really open month next month. I can message her and be like, hey, do you need help this month? I can pick up a few tickets for you. I think it's really great and really free. And I love the fact that it works to each person's capacity, because capacity is such a thing. And it really can get overwhelming when you have all of these things to do. And instead, we can actually now talk and say, hey, are you good? Well, I'm not good. Can you take a ticket from me? And she takes a ticket from me and it's okay. And it's really nice to have a place where you can go and put that in instead of having to go through the complications of like, hey, manager, this is what we're going to do. Is this okay? Could you run it past higher management? Instead, we're allowed to just edit the tickets, put the information there and do the work. And as long as it's done by deadline, we're okay. And I love that. It does give us a lot of freedom while still having us being overseen.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's really important, right? Having the flexibility along with the structure. So the business's needs get met and the needs of the content creators also get met.
Yeah.
So awesome. I'm so glad that it has been positive for you. I'm so glad. Maybe just in closing, one final question, just based on your marketing experience, do you have any tips that you would like to share with our listeners or our viewers today?
Show up. I think that would be my biggest tip. Whenever I get a client whose marketing is, but they're at least trying, my statement back to them is like, you know what? You're 10 steps ahead of everyone else because you've tried. And then just a really practical tip, get yourself Canva, because making beautiful designs is a lot easier when you can work with pre-created templates, and make an account on Unsplash. Over 3 million stock photos for free, ready for you to use. You don't even have to sign up, but it's just nice to when a site's giving you that much for free. And YouTube, don't be scared to research, to learn, to try things. Yeah, you can go wrong with trying. You're going to try some things and they don't work, but doing is always better than not.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know until you try whether or not it's going to be a failure or not. So may as well put yourself out there and try.
I think I would end with this, like, don't let imposter syndrome get you. Most people don't know what they're doing. There are very few Sanele and I's in the world. And like Sanele, Kim, and myself, we are a small minority of people. Most people don't really know what they're doing. So don't worry. Do your best, and your best is enough. And then when you feel ready, come to someone come to someone like me or like an agency or a person who can help you. But to start with, just do your best and never stop learning.
I love that. Awesome. Thank you so much, Nicole. I really value your input, and it's been such a joy having you part of the team with Sanele. And I look forward to seeing what else you guys are going to be coming up with in the next little while. So thank you very much for your time.